I gained 400,000 followers and started making 5 figures a month as a barber just by posting TikToks. And in this 2-hour class, I'm giving you all of the strategies you need in order to achieve this within 6 months. I invested £20,000 in mentors, courses to learn a lot of this information. But today, I thought I'd give you it for free. Smash. Cool. So, yeah, I'm gonna do my best in the time we've got together to essentially lay out everything I know about social media as a barber when it comes to, as I said, the main theme is going to be making more money, really, and that involves getting more clients in the door, being able to justify actually charging higher prices, and yeah, essentially just making more money. And with this system, I truly believe like you can double your income in 6 months if you actually implement everything. It sounds really ambitious, but I've done it in less time, to be honest. But 6 months, if you're disciplined, anything's doable. So firstly, does any of this sound familiar to a lot of you guys? You've been cutting most of the week, but your income isn't really growing, or it's growing, very slowly, not as quickly as it could be. You're posting videos, but you're not necessarily attracting too many new customers. Like you might be getting a couple in, but we want to be seeing new customers daily, really. And the main thing, I think, genuinely the main thing that holds back majority of barbers, you've got a fear around raising your prices and like losing your customers, because realistically, as a barber, you build up personal relationships with your customers. Your customers become your friends, and you almost feel bad about charging them more for a haircut. And that's something I can speak about from experience as well. It wasn't until I started actually treating barbering like a business rather than just a relationship with my customers. That was the point where I actually started making money. And the question you've got to ask yourself about this as well, the fear of raising your prices, do you want to let the fact that you want to keep your customers happy, do you want to let that fact be the reason why you don't actually achieve your goals? Because that's the reality of it. If we're just holding back our prices because you want to keep your customers happy, what does that mean for us? We're not going to reach any of our goals. And that kind of ties into the guilt about actually wanting more for your business. Let's be honest, who in here wants to get rich? Let's just get a quick raise of hands. I want to see everyone's hands up, yeah. You'd want money, you'd look to get greedy. But a lot of people feel guilt around it, to be honest. And it's definitely something to do with the UK culture, I've realized as well. In America, everyone's a lot more greedy. They just kind of let money flow. In the UK, everyone's trying to hold on to all their money. They're not trying to spend it. They're not trying to invest, whatever. So yeah, by the end of the class, I don't want that to be your mindset. So what are we going to go over? We're going to go over the system that took me to 5-figure months as a barber. Now, granted, that's not all through cutting hair, but I'd class myself as a barber, I'd class myself as someone who cuts hair. How to raise your prices without actually sacrificing your income as well. That's a big part I want to cover, because realistically, that's going to be the main fear about raising your prices. Because if you guys now could raise your prices and even keep your income the same as it currently is, not even increase it, just keep your income the same, you'd do it, of course you would, because you're earning the same amount, but doing less haircuts. So there's got to be a fear around actually your income going down. Want to learn about the content strategy that actually attracts high-paying customers as well, because it's all good just getting views for no reason, just making a little skit, making a quick circus act. But if you're not actually making money from it, what's the point? I'm going to go through a couple bits that I actually teach in my mentorship program, the Smash Formula, which is going to essentially just teach you how to actually implement this system we go over, as well as a Q&A segment at the end. So what I'd say is feel free to answer questions throughout, or ask a question, sorry. But if you have a question that you've been thinking about for a while and you think it will be a very detailed answer, I'd say save it to the end. So maybe make a note on your phone or whatever, and we'll get to it at the end. So I want to go through understanding content creation and actually marketing psychology, because as barbers, we don't learn about marketing. That's not something you'd ever consider, really. You just learn how to cut hair and hope that's going to carry you to where you want to be. But unfortunately, it's not really. And essentially, we want to turn as many viewers as possible into paying customers, because again, that's going to be the most relatable situation for a lot of you. We can look at things like making money from our videos, that sort of stuff, but let's worry about actually making money from cutting hair first, charging as much as we can, getting as busy as possible, and then we'll worry about that sort of stuff.
And the goal is obviously to stop chasing clients, and the clients are going to start chasing you. And again, this is the system that's allowed me to charge 50 or 60 pounds for a haircut. I'm sure you guys will know, in Northampton, that's not really a thing, like charging that much for haircuts. So, you know, the proof's there. So let's dive in. We've got the first pillar that I teach to a lot of my students, which is content. Content 101, because that's going to be the foundation for everything we want to set up. Whether we want to, you know, open up our own shops in the future, do whatever we want to do. Content's going to be the base. If we want to be an influencer, make money through brand deals, content's everything. So, let's be honest, the problem isn't going to be your barbering skills. A lot of you probably think that the better you get at cutting hair, the more money you're going to make. You can, but it's only going to take you so far, really. The truth is, like, not enough people know you, because you wouldn't really be facing any of the problems that you guys might be facing at the minute if you had enough customers, if enough people knew you. So how are we going to fix that? All we need to do is create high-performing content, so, you know, content that gets a lot of views, and content that's actually going to convert into high-paying customers, because that's essentially going to fix all of the problems. And when you think about it, what does content actually solve? What does making content solve? It solves how many bookings you're going to get, because you're going to attract more people. It solves how much we're going to make per haircut as well. So again, that's literally enough to double your income right there. If you're getting more and more customers and you're charging more for your haircuts, then you're going to make way more money. And we're going to attract a wider demographic, which probably are the highest paying customers, if I'm honest, because I've had people that have come to me that have traveled 2-3 hours. And if someone's doing that, at that point, they're not even thinking about how much the haircut costs. It's like a whole day out for them. It's an experience. They're going to pay you like £60, £70, because it's an experience for them. So if we can actually target customers that live far away, what I found personally, they're going to be the highest paying customers. So now, as I said, we're getting more customers and we're charging more for our haircuts. So let's start with rule number 1 of content creation as a barber. Realize that nobody cares about you or your barbering skills. That's the truth. Like, you can do videos of you cutting the hair really well, doing fancy sections with the hair. No one really cares. All they care about is how you're going to make them feel. That's it. Because think about it. Why do people get their haircuts? They come to you because they want to look better and they want to feel more confident. That's it. So we need to stop focusing on the wrong things. You're selling the feeling. You're not selling making the hair shorter. Because if we were selling that, we'd just go Turkish barbers, £10, job done. We're not selling that. We're selling confidence. And essentially, what you want to be able to do is actually convey that feeling through your content. That's going to be the best way to go about it. If you can make someone watch a video and actually see the boost in confidence of your custom, make them feel better while watching your video, that's basically going to be the purpose of the videos. And it's only a matter of time before they book in. Because most barbers will post videos to tick a box. Who's done that before? Who's just thought, shit, I need to post a video. Fuck it, this will do. I'll tick a box, cool, I'll post the video. Who's done that? Probably everyone. And I've done it. I've done it as well. We set these expectations in our mind, like, shit, I've got to post. You know what? Fuck it, that'll do, let me whack that up. And we already know it's going to do shit before we post it. So this is what most barbers do. Very, very few barbers are gonna actually create like strategic content that's meant to actually convert into customers. And this is what, a couple of you guys might have heard me say this before, like, it's actually easy because no one really tries, no one does it right. Like, if you actually knuckle down and do this properly, like I said, within the space of 6 months, you're gonna see so much progress because no one really tries. Most barbers, as I said, they just kind of, if we think about it like this, why do most people even get into barbering? It's because, well, majority of barbers, they kind of don't do well in school and they think, fuck it, I'll just be a barber. And they just cut hair all day. No one's really like an ambitious businessman that gets into barbering, you know, that doesn't really happen. Some of us are, but most people aren't. So the competition is pretty minimal. So if we can actually apply ourselves with this sort of stuff, you'll realize that the competition is pretty, it doesn't really exist. So, I want to ask you guys a question. Who in here makes videos with an actual purpose? Like, who makes a video and thinks, okay, cool, with this video, I want this to be the outcome. I want to, I want to convert customers. I want to just bring eyes to the account. Who posts with an actual purpose versus who posts just to, nah, fucking that will do.
I'm probably like 50-50.
50-50, yeah? Expand on that. What do you mean? Like, so you'll post certain videos that you think, okay, cool. I mean, talk me through what would your goals look like when posting a video typically?
So at the moment, it's probably not too much to get clients in because I am booked out.
Yeah.
But just to get views, get followers, just to grow the social media page, grow the brand.
And what would you say, what's the reason behind that? Why would you say you want to grow your page?
Just for different like business ventures in the future to convert clients into different avenues because I'll probably in like a year's time start cutting back from hair and start trying to make money in different ways. So I just want the audience there. Okay, so you want to kind of build up your personal brands to, convert into other avenues. Yeah, eventually monetize it.
Yeah. Okay, it makes sense. It makes sense. Are you still? How much time do you spend cutting hair a week?
About 30 to 40 hours.
Okay. Yeah, 30 to 40 hours. I mean, it's still a substantial amount of time. Would you say you're happy with the income that's bringing in, like just the cutting hair?
Yeah. I mean, it could be more, obviously, with raised prices. But obviously, more's better. It equals more freedom. So yeah.
It makes sense. Like the way I see it, because I guess where I relate to you with that a little bit is that I still cut hair a little bit, not a lot at all, to be honest. But the way I see it, the time that you actually do spend cutting hair, you want it to be worthwhile, So I'd say you definitely should make some videos that are still trying to convert into customers because the more demand you build, the more you can charge, really, to an extent. It makes sense. Anyone else? Does anyone actually make videos with an intention of, okay, cool, I'm gonna include this and this because I know that's actually gonna attract customers or, whatever your goals are. I assume for most of you guys, it would be to attract customers to charge more. Does anyone do it? Or does anyone kind of just throw up haircut videos and see what happens? There's no shame in saying that, by the way. Like, I've been there. Like, is that fair to say that's what most of the room feels like? Yeah. And that's what everyone does. And a lot of people just make videos with the purpose of just trying to get views. But then when you think about it, as a barber, especially when you're earlier on in your career, like a lot of you guys are, getting views, it isn't really going to do anything unless we've got like a digital product to sell that people can go into our page and buy. It's not really going to do much. So let's start, before we start going into, the things we can include in our videos to make them perform better, everything like that. Let's go into how do we even film a good video in terms of the setup, the lighting, because if we can't even nail that, then it's going to be very hard. So the way I see it, there's 4 main parts to a well-filmed video. We've got framing. Is anyone familiar with framing, the word framing? Yeah? It's basically making sure that the focal point of the video, so like what you want the focus of that clip to be, you want it to be in the middle. You don't want it to be too scattered across the screen because it just gets too confusing and it just makes the video a lot less watchable. You've got audio. Audio is probably lighting and audio are the 2 most important things. If your audio's shit, I don't care if it's been filmed on a cinema camera, the video is going to be shit. The audio needs to be good. Lighting as well, and actually understanding lighting between hard lighting and soft lighting, which we're going to get into slightly later. And angles as well. Angles is definitely important because they can kind of portray a specific mood, which is what I was saying earlier. They can show confidence, they can show, higher angles are going to make your client appear smaller, less confident. Low angles, they're going to look taller, they're going to look more confident. So we're going to get into that. Let's dive in. Framing. Why is it important? Now, this screenshot, it's a bit retarded, but we'll slide on. The center of the screen. Again, look, you can see here, my client's head, the exact center. And that's intentional because with my editors, I tell them to do that. it's the natural resting point of the eye. Let's put ourselves in this scenario. You're just doom scrolling on your phone, because that's what, on this short form content platforms, that's what you do. When you're just in a doom scroll, you're kind of not even looking at anything. You're just looking in the middle of the screen, just hoping for something to stimulate you. Let's be real. We've all been there. If the elements of your videos are fairly scattered, it's not going to do, it just looks a lot more unwatchable, and it kind of you almost don't even know what to focus on. So it avoids any confusion as to what's going on. This seems really in depth, but genuinely it's true. It's going to be a big reason why your videos may not be performing well. Still good, bro? Yeah, it's going to make your videos far more watchable. Now I've taken a screenshot from, I believe it was Alfie's video. I found this. I did a little bit of market research. I'll move out of the way. Sorry, am I getting in the way of the screen for you a bit? No. Now, I will point out, your framing's got better. So I deliberately took a screenshot from an old video. Your framing's definitely got a lot better. But I took this just as an example of it's just not framed well. It's not the worst, but it could be a lot better. And you kind of don't know, you know what to look at. Obviously we know what's going on, but it just makes it a lot less watchable. We've got a kind of comparison here. This video is a lot more watchable. This one is you kind of, as I said, you know what's going on, but it just makes it a lot more unengaging. So whoever's talking in your video, whatever's going on, just please make sure it's a center. And you can do this post-edit. You can kind of crop your video in and make whatever you want to be the focus. You can make that the center. But when we're setting up the tripod, just make sure that everything's centered, everything looks nice. It's gonna make the editing a lot easier. Lighting. This is the single aspect that can separate a good video from literally just a waste of time. If the lighting's shit, you've got the flicker in the background, you've got just shadows everywhere, it just looks shit. And here you can see how I've actually used lighting. Again, I've done this for a number of reasons. It makes the video a lot more watchable, but we can even use lighting to significantly change how our customers look as well. Because think about it, there's only so much we can do with a haircut, realistically. There's only so much a haircut can change someone's appearance. But if we can actually use the lighting to make them look like they've undergone a whole transformation, and this is kind of the videos that perform the best for me by far, then we're going to be on for a win. And let me just quickly explain the difference between soft and hard lighting. This is very soft lighting. Now it's a bit dark, but soft lighting is like the soft boxes I've got here, overhead lighting. It kind of just lights everything. It just makes everything quite watchable. That's the kind of stuff you'll want for clips that you just cut in hair, consultation videos. Soft lighting is gonna, in your shop, I believe, how's the lighting? Is it decent?
We're switching it about in a few months.
Yeah.
The only problem is the flickering.
Yeah. There's a little bit of flickering, what, from overhead lights?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. Because that's just gonna be to do with the frame rate that you're filming in. Because on the iPhone, you can only do so many adjustments. Have you tried third-party filming apps? Basically ones where, I can show you one.
Yeah, I've tried different frame rates. It changes it slightly, but it's still flickering.
The ones that iPhone are gonna give you, because it's all if they're all divisible by each other, so if you've got 60-30, it's going to be the same thing, really.
Yeah.
I'll show you. I can send you a link after, but this is an example of a third-party software where it basically gives you a professional camera setup from your iPhone, and you can get really in depth with the frame rate. You can literally turn it into a manual camera in a sense. So I can show you that. That will probably help out quite a lot.
Yeah. What's that called?
This one's called Moment Pro. I think it's literally £5, £10. And yeah, that should help out quite a lot with that. Because I know that is something that a lot of people deal with. And to be honest, it can't run the flickering. It just takes away from the video so much. It looks shit basically. So yeah, the quicker we solve that will be sick. Another way to combat it is to basically have another light source that will kind of overpower the main one. But I guess if your lights are really bright, it's hard to do. But yeah, sorry, I was talking about soft lighting. So yeah, that was the ceiling lights, the soft boxes. Hard lighting is basically lighting that's going to cast shadows, and it's going to make your customers appear, yeah, it's going to bring out certain facial features, it's going to make your customers appear more attractive. Bring out some of his facial features there, you got the jawline popping, you know, because I've basically got a ring light pointing down, it's like directional lighting, so it's casts shadows on the client, and it makes them, yeah, just a lot more angular, and it kind of just makes it into a whole transformation. If we can, because as I said, a haircut's only going to do so much, but if we can change the whole scenery around it, that's what's actually going to make people think, oh, fucking hell, like, what does this guy do? He must be doing something serious, I need to book in with him. Because realistically, with most barbers, like when they post their sort of before or after clips, they look the same, really. Like, it's the same thing. You're not really going to feel actually incentivized to book in with them. But yeah, I'd definitely start to pay attention to your lighting a lot more in depth. When you're taking your haircut showcasing, I want you to kind of think about it less from a barber's point of view. Because a lot of you guys will be thinking, oh, let me show off this taper. Again, no one really cares. It's more just like, how good does your customer look? And how shit did he look when he came in? That's all that matters, really. Because again, when you think about it, we're making videos that are going to attract barbers, but we're not trying to attract barbers, are we? We're trying to get customers in. So if we're filming these videos from a barber's point of view, typically they're not going to perform the best. Audio. Literally, it pretty much comes down to just buy good mics, and please remember to actually turn them on and connect them. Like, how many of you guys film videos, you'll watch it back and you'll think, oh, the audio's shit, fucking hell, the mics weren't connected. Like, how many people have done that? Yeah. Yeah, like, I'm not gonna lie, if you forget to turn the mics on, it's like, there's nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do. It's fucked. It is fucked, basically. So yeah, the audio is really important. Like, if you've got good mics and you actually turn them on, that should be all you need, really. Especially in the Bluetooth mics are really good in barbershops because there's gonna be a lot of background noise. It tends to make it pretty minimal, to be honest. So yeah, that's about it. Obviously, you can go a lot more depth in audio, but for things like TikTok, Instagram, you don't need to worry too much. It's literally a case of turn them on and you'll be all good. Angles. This is kind of what I was talking about this earlier briefly. But again, this is just going to kind of demonstrate the transformation that a client can undergo when coming to you. You can see the difference here. You've got a higher angle. He looks kind of smaller, timid, shy. Filming your haircuts from a bit of a lower angle, they just look bigger, more confident. Because remember, like I've said, we're selling a feeling. We're not selling just making their hair a bit shorter. It's a whole confidence, it's a whole transformation. So they can be really impactful. That is most of the things to do with filming fundamentals. Now, you can go a lot more in depth, but as I said, realistically for TikTok and stuff, you haven't got to go proper studio production. If we can make sure all of those boxes are ticked, that I just mentioned, framing, lighting, audio, angles, then we're going to be on for the win. Now, of course, the other half of actually making your videos perform well is going to be engagement methods. So let's get into what we can do in our videos to improve the engagement, to gain customers, because that's all going to lead into high-performing videos. Has anyone got any questions so far about anything we've gone over, or any personal experiences you've had filming? Nothing, no? Cool. Perfect, cool. Let's take over the algorithm. Let's have it. So, think about this. Not only a high-performing video is going to actually exploit our barbering income, like I've mentioned, they're going to obviously attract more customers, make us charge more, attract in like a wider radius of people. But once our videos get to a certain point, we can actually also get paid from the videos we're making. So think about it. You're essentially making adverts to an extent. You're getting paid to post them, and they're making you more money through cutting hair. So when I hear barbers not taking content creation seriously, it's like, why? What's the reason? I know it's a little bit extra work, but genuinely, like I've said, it can double your income, triple your income. If you actually apply yourself to it and don't treat it like, oh, let me just tick a box and just get that video out. So, pay close attention. Every clip is going to go viral for a reason. This is what I want you guys to realize, because I know when you're new to social media, you think there's a lot of luck involved with it. It's, you know, you might have had videos that perform slightly better than others and you put it all down to luck. But it's not. It's not luck at all. Generally, the hook is going to be very strong. Is everyone familiar with what a hook is in the video? The first couple seconds in a video, it's going to essentially make you actually stop and watch the video and actually give it a chance. So a strong hook is going to be, you want to kind of watch your video from, again, try and put yourself in a completely unbiased point of view. Would I stop and actually watch this video? Would I give it the time of day? Because I watch a lot of barbering content and there's no reason to even watch the video. It's quite hard to do that, don't get me wrong, it is hard, but I'll go into actually what we can do about that in terms of finding inspirations for good hooks shortly. But that's what we've got to realize, like, is there a reason to actually care about this video within the first 2 or 3 seconds? Because people aren't going to give it the time of day. You might think, oh, you know what, this video's sick at 10 seconds, this part's sick. But the reality is no one's even going to watch that far in. People are just going to scroll. So if we can't dial in the hook, then it's going to be very hard for the video to actually perform well. The video theme could be very relatable. The theme of the video is just obviously, yeah, a reoccurring theme throughout the video. For example, you've got a customer who's going back to school. That's going to be relatable for a lot of kids. They're going to watch it. Oh shit, I'm going back to school as well. That's going to help people actually resonate with your content. And they're just going to, basically, what we want to do is we want to make the viewer feel like the client. Does that make sense? They want to relate with the client, because if we can do that, not only are they going to watch our videos for longer, but they're going to actually, once they kind of get the haircut they want, once they undergo the transformation, they're going to see themselves in the customer and aim to go, fuck, I need to book in with this guy. He's serious. He's transformed his life. He can change mine too. That's how we need to think about it. There could be some comment-worthy elements in the video. A classic that I've used in the past is, you know, not giving the customer the haircut they want, but I will say how we do this is key. It needs to be realistic. Like, there's no point just going, your customer asking for your haircut, you're both there smiling, going, nah, you're not having that hair. Like, no one's going to give it the time of day. It needs to be realistic. So how we can do this best is if you give your customers from like a professional point of view, if you're giving them an actual like professional recommendation of, bro, you know what, I don't think that's going to suit you the best. What we can do today is this and this because of your face shape, because of how your hair texture is. That's going to position us as a professional. It's still going to attract clients, but it's going to be to a point where you might still get comments saying, oh, bro, just fucking give him what he wants, wrap it up. Because that's how TikTok works, really. We need to just keep it somewhat realistic. That's probably, I'd say that's the biggest problem I see with everyone's videos. They might have seen a video that's gone viral. They try to copy it. Oh, bro, I want this haircut. Nah, you're not getting that. And they're just both sat there laughing. They don't really care. They're not even attempting to make it look real. At that point, just, you know, don't try. It needs to be realistic. Especially now as well. Especially after all these massive trends have been rinsed. Like, oh, bro, my girl's going to break up with me. That sort of shit. Like, people know it's bullshit now. So the more and more realistic videos are starting to do way better. The more laid back ones, the more videos that are actually like a genuine conversation, they're doing way better now. Because people know it's bullshit. So if your videos aren't realistic, it's like they're not going to perform well at the minute. That's the reality of it. You need to make sure, again, you need to make sure that it appeals to a mass audience, not just barbers. You need to think of it from an outside point of view. Because look, if we're looking to go viral, how many people watching our videos are barbers? Not that many, really. It needs to appeal to people that aren't barbers. This can look like not making your whole video just like you cutting the hair. Now, that's different to doing like certain clips that are satisfying, because that's going to appeal to people that aren't barbers. But if we're just doing little bits of haircutting, no one really cares. So yeah, keep that in mind. We're not really trying to impress barbers with our videos. It's going to be clients. So you can stop guessing and actually go off videos that already perform well. This is an example here of a little bit of market research that I did in the past when I was going heavy on sort of consultation style videos. I saw this barber do a part 1 and part 2 that was It performed really well, 10 mil, 24 mil. All I did here was I copied the structure of the videos. I didn't take it word for word, any of that. I just copied what was spoke about at each point of the video, literally down to the exact timestamps. At 10 seconds, they were talking about this. At 15, they're about this. At 20, about this. I saw that video perform really well. I replicated it, put it into my own words, and look, 20 mil, 7 mil. It performs slightly worse than the original, but we'll expect that. If a video, like I've said, if a video goes viral, it goes viral for a reason. If you're able to replicate a video that's actually done well and replicate it well, it's gonna work. It's gonna work. It's just down to other factors that you might not think of. Like if you replicate a video that's gone viral and yours doesn't perform well, it's gonna be for some sort of reason. Maybe you did a shit job at convincing people that it was real. Maybe the lighting was fucked. Maybe the audio was bad. Maybe the haircut wasn't good. There's so many factors that come into it. But if you do it well, it's gonna work because it's not down to luck. You study in proven formats that already work. It's gonna be the safest way for you guys to get views. Like, if I was to tell you the first thing to do going away from here, to actually start getting views, start getting your videos performing well, all I'd do is go onto TikTok, look at the videos that are performing well within the last month, that have performed really well, and just think to yourself, like, can I replicate this video well? If it's just, if it's a video that's just like completely random, nothing to do with what you do, then probably not. If it's playing into strengths that you don't have, probably not. But if you genuinely think you can actually replicate it well, then I'd do it right away because that's the safest way, if I'm honest. And that's how I saw the amount of success I saw very quickly because I was just doing market research all the time. And yeah, we gained like 300K followers in about 4 months, 5 months. So it's really doable. If you guys actually apply yourself, it's doable. Very doable. Like I said, we don't just want to take inspiration from the first clip we see. It needs to be easily repeated. And the reason I say easily repeated is because consistency is going to be the main thing. It's all good getting a viral video here and there, but if you make a viral video, a week later, everyone's forgotten about you. No one even knows that you exist anymore. So consistency is going to beat creativity every single time. If you find a video format that you can repeat well on a regular basis, then you're on for the win. Who here has ever done that, ever tried to take inspiration from a high-performing clip they've seen? All of you guys. Have you seen any success from it? No. Do you? You have? Yeah. No, saying no, that's not the wrong answer, by the way, because like I was saying, if you haven't seen success from it, are you aware that if you reflect on, I mean, this is something we can go over shortly. We can go over some of you guys' accounts and we can take a look. But if you're looking back at the video now, do you see how there was probably elements of it that you missed or elements where you thought, okay, yeah, the video didn't just do well because he said this. He probably, the lighting was good, the audio was good, the tonality was good, it was believable. Do you guys kind of see how you probably went wrong? Because we can look over it in a minute, but yeah, that's the biggest thing. If you try to replicate a video and it doesn't perform well, there's going to be a reason, 100%. There's going to be a reason. As I said, the most likely reason, with you guys, was it like consultation videos or what were they?
Yeah, I was saying most of the consultation videos and just...
Yeah. Was it kind of like a skit? Not a skit, but okay, what was the video? Do you remember?
Yeah, I say it was a bit.
It's like Sam Rascal type video.
Yeah, it's like a little
Few of them.
presentation.
Okay. Yeah, Sam Rascal's video, I don't like taking inspiration from those sorts of videos just because... Why do we think Sam Rascal's videos perform well?
It's got a sponsor with Porsche.
No, but kind of. His videos perform well because he's just got a lifestyle that most of us don't have. Yeah, exactly. He's good-looking guy, his fashion, got a lot of money, got a nice studio, sick of cutting hair. All of these factors that are kind of out of most of barbers' control. Some of us could potentially replicate it, but if you're looking for inspiration, I wouldn't go off someone like Sam Rascals because he doesn't necessarily do any of the stuff that I mean, no, he does a lot of the stuff we're talking about in terms of the how to film videos well. He films videos really well. But the reason his videos actually perform well is kind of situational. Like, he does well because he's just, he's a lot further ahead in his career than a lot of us. And yeah, it's not really down to these sorts of factors that we can actually control. So that's the main thing I'd say about that. What would you say is the video that you tried to replicate?
Probably like one of those like funny consultation how ones like.
Cool. Can you remember like the exact dialogue? If you just take one of the examples.
One of the 16 guard ones I did with
Yeah, that's cool. Looking back on it, can you see like bits where you would have slipped up? Can you see what I assume happened? I haven't seen the video. What I assume went wrong is, yeah, probably it's just completely unrealistic. Like, you're kind of doing an all right job of like pretending to be real. The customer's probably there just like kind of smiling, laughing, like you're not really trying to get into the character. Does that sound familiar at all? Again, I haven't seen the video, but like, yeah, there would have been a lot of factors that made the video not perform well. Maybe like the filming setup wasn't great, maybe the lighting wasn't great, the audio was a bit shit. If you implemented all of the factors that actually made it perform well, it would have done well. But we can't just expect to implement a script and not worry about any of the other factors and expect it to do well, you know? If you're doing it right, then it's going to perform well, 100%. Back to what I was saying about consistency, though. Consistency, it's going to be the main thing, to be honest. It's going to be the main thing that's actually going to guarantee success. And to ensure consistency, we need to make the filming process as low friction as possible. Who feels a massive burden around filming videos? Who thinks, fuck, I've got to film, like, it's so long? Who thinks that? No? You sometimes? Yeah? This is why I'm kind of a fan of like the client consultation videos, because these are things that happen, like 10 times a day? How many opportunities do we get to film a consultation video? Yeah, probably like 10 times a day, really, as a barber. Obviously, not everyone's going to be suitable for camera. Not everyone wants to be filmed, whatever. But we can say safely that we've got, like, on the days that we're working, you've got a safe, like, 3 opportunities where you could film a consultation video. And like I said, with the current trends, genuinely, the more authentic content is starting to do a lot better. So there's going to be a lot more clients who are actually up for filming those sorts of videos. So they're going to perform well. And again, it's low friction because you're doing it. The only difference is you're just putting a tripod in front of you, and that's it. Transformations, again, that's what we do on a daily basis anyway. We just someone comes in looking shit, and they leave looking good. So this is why I say these are low friction formats, because we have the opportunity to film these every single day, whether we like it or not, but we don't. And it's going to be easy to stay consistent with them. We can have sort of positive customer reactions. I wouldn't just do that as a video, but obviously they can be implemented with sort of transformations, that sort of stuff. Them actually reacting to the haircut. Because again, look, we're selling a feeling. We're not selling making their hair shorter. We're selling an actual feeling. So if we can get them actually happy with the haircut, and again, if we can implement the strategies that we spoke about earlier where our viewer can kind of resonate with the client in the chair, to an extent, they're going to feel that as well. They're going to feel like they're happy with the service. So all of those sort of elements I like quite a lot, because it's going to keep us very consistent, really. Everything that you film in the barbershop really will keep you consistent. I'd say the only sort of long videos to film are going to be the ones where you're filming the whole haircut, like all the different angles, because, you know, moving the camera around before you take every cut, whatever. But things like consultations, which are going to often perform the best, to be honest, are going to perform the best and convert the most into customers. Stuff like that, before, after, it's easy, really. It's easy. There's not really any excuse not to. Like, you might fall a little bit behind in your schedule. You might fall like 5-10 minutes behind. But it's a sacrifice we're going to have to make if we want to actually really take it there. Why do you guys think consistency is so important when starting out? Why do you think that? Have you got any, just off the top of the
Probably
line?
to improve a little bit every day. The more you do, the better you're going to get.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, like consistency, not only obviously, okay, posting daily is going to be the best for our accounts and actually quickly working out what works well. But if we're consistent, we're going to get better on camera the more we do it. We're also going to build up more and more data, because this is the thing. Social media, it's like we want to treat it like a business, like I said. We want to treat it like we're actually collecting data. If we can post 20, 30, 40 videos, you're going to see what videos perform slightly better. You're going to see what ones perform worse. So all you're going to do is learn quicker. You're going to think, oh shit, okay, cool. That video performed shit. I'm not going to do that again. That one had a little spike. Okay, let's watch that. Why do I think that did all right? And what can I improve on it to get better? So we're just going to build data way quicker. So yeah, we're going to get better on camera the more we do it. We're going to build more and more data to actually go off in terms of what performs well. And again, we're building momentum on our page as well. So there's no downside to being consistent. And the thing is, you don't have to be like absolute perfectionist. I know a lot of you will probably say, oh, I don't post like daily. I don't post every other day because I just want my videos to be perfect, whatever. But that's probably the slowest way to progress, because you're only going to end up posting like once a week, if that. And then the learning process is going to be so much slower. You're not going to be getting like as good on camera as you could be. You're not going to have as much data to go off in terms of what's performing well. So I wouldn't. Who's used that as an excuse before? Like, oh, I'm a perfectionist. I don't want to post this video because I don't like it. Yeah. Yeah, I have as well, 100%. I've used that quite a lot. So just understand that it's not really doing you any favors. And this is the thing. This is probably the biggest. This is one of the biggest perspective shifts that I had on bad performing content. You know, if you post a video that does shit, you think, oh fuck, that's embarrassing. Like everyone's seen that video do shit. Have they seen it? No, they haven't, because it got no views. So if you do a shit video and it performs badly and you think that's a bit embarrassing, here's the positive. No one saw it anyway. So it doesn't matter, you know? Like, I used to think that. I used to think, oh, fucking hell, all my followers have seen this video. They've seen it flop. No, they haven't. Got 300 views. Sweep it under the rug, move on to the next one. It doesn't matter. So yeah, consistency is going to be very, very important. And here's the thing as well. People find it intimidating, like, oh, filming every day, that's a lot of work. But it's really not, because the thing is, if you film right, you can use one haircut for multiple videos. And you don't have to sacrifice quality. You can actually make it good. So let's go over a few methods that I use to actually stretch out one filming session into 2 videos, 3 videos. Who in here has done that before? Who's actually stretched one haircut out of, to multiple videos? Has anyone done that before? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's fine. Yeah. We'll go into some proper techniques now. So we can do consultation videos. Now I've got examples. I've got examples to pull up. But yeah, a classic consultation video will be decent. Let me get this up. Now, if the sound works, the sound isn't necessary. This is like a skit. This is a bit of a retarded video, to be honest. But I mean, we're all familiar with this sort of video. It's just a consultation video. Whatever. We're talking a bit, and we do a before and after. That's all it consists of. That's one video from that. Another one. So a sort of format that I've been using a bit recently. It's the customer just talking to me a little bit. We put a caption on the screen here. And then all we're doing is kind of more of like a satisfying clip. Yeah, so think about it. All I did here was I filmed the consultation. I took that clip from the consultation, the opening clip for that video. And all I did was film a couple clips throughout the video as well. And I've made that into 2 videos, and that hasn't sacrificed, the performance of any of the videos. It's not like a shit video. They're both good. And you can see, yeah, both of them did all right. I think this one got around like 150K. The original consultation one got like 300 and something K. And that was 2 good videos from one filming session. So it's very doable. And if you think about it tactically, sorry, you got a question, yeah?
Yeah, was that filmed on a camera?
Yeah. Yeah. It's on It's on that tripod here. And this is the thing, my camera setup isn't even, it's not even anything like serious, to be honest. Well, nah, it will sound serious because if you guys aren't familiar with cameras, but the body of the camera, like this part, was like £700. Sounds like a lot, but that camera there is like, what, 4 or 5 grand probably? 4. That one behind there is about 4. Like cameras are expensive, so getting the camera body for £700 is good. The main thing, to be honest, good lighting. They're the softboxes I've used here and here. Good lens. This lens was like £300. So altogether, this setup here is like £1,000. Now it sounds like a lot, but this is actually the setup that I used when I first started doing TikToks. Like from the moment I decided that I wanted to start posting, I bought this camera. And you what?
It's pay to win now.
Yeah. It's just basically all it is. It's like a promise to myself in a sense. It's like if I buy this camera, it's like okay, cool. I'm fucking serious. But like, I've spent £1,000 on the camera. What am I going to do now? Just not post? Like it's a commitment. So it kind of shows like how it just shows the mentality behind actually being serious about making content. Like if you guys are willing to actually 100% commit yourself, you would buy a camera because you already know you know it's going to work. Like it's only a matter of time. So yeah, literally as soon as I decided I wanted to start making TikTok, I think I was 19 at the time. Yeah, I bought that camera right away because I was like, I've got no choice. This fucking needs to work because I'm not just cutting hair for the rest of my life. So it just puts pressure on it. And that's the power of like investing in yourself, because if you buy a setup like this, it's like, yeah, again, you've got no choice. Like it fucking needs to work now. But yeah, those 2 videos were definitely filmed on the camera. It can have an effect, but what I will say is it's not essential. If you look at people like Sam Rascals, he doesn't film on a camera. He uses his phone all the time. The only thing is he makes sure the lighting's like really dialed in. The audio is really good. I would invest in lighting and actually mastering the audio aspect of it before you buy a camera, to be honest. That's what I'd say. Because under ideal conditions, the phone camera is pretty sick. Like you can get very good effects from the phone camera if the lighting's good. If the lighting's shit, it looks shit. It looks very grainy. Yeah, it doesn't look good. But yeah, you can see the kind of difference. So the 2 videos I posted there, all I did was I filmed the consultation. I filmed a couple clips of me actually cutting the hair. I filmed the before and after. With that, you can get 3 or 4 videos out of it easily. You could do just the before and after as a video. Now, granted, if you're gonna do that, it needs to be good. It needs to be really good. It needs to be like a completely different person. You want to get the type of comments in the comment section like, fucking hell, that's a different person. There's no way that's the same person. But you can do that as a video on its own. So that could technically be 3 videos done. Again, we're not sacrificing quality. We're not trying to just pump out anything. These are videos that actually genuinely have potential of performing well. You could do like a transformation compilation. These are videos that often perform quite well. Who's seen that? Like, who had the biggest glow up out of these customers? And they show like 3 or 4 transformations. Again, these need to be really good. They need to be extreme transformations. If it's just like someone's come in for a weekly skin fade, forget it, like don't post it. But if they come in with like long hair, obviously we can do certain elements as well to kind of make them look slightly worse. We could add on some like fake glasses. Again, needs to be realistic. We can't make them just look like I was gonna drop some bars, but the cameras are rolling, but we don't want to make him look like just a complete, yeah. We need to make it look realistic. If we put like glasses on them, just make sure they can place realistic. If you're gonna mess up the hair a bit, again, make it look kind of realistic. There's definitely a lot of stuff we can do to make the before and after more drastic. But yeah, they need to be extreme for them to perform well. But those videos can genuinely perform very well. I've seen like videos like that get millions of views all the time. And if you do it right, if you present your customers well enough, you'll often get like girls in the comments as well. That's when you know you've made a really good video. If you can get girls in the comments going, what's that at of client 2? What's that at of client 3? Because you've done stuff like you've used the hard lighting to bring out their facial features. You've made them look sick. That's how you know you've done it well. So those videos can perform really well as well. So technically, you can see there how from just filming the consultation, the haircutting clips, the before, the after, we've technically got 4 videos that are actually good videos from one haircut. So don't feel like you need to be posting a completely new video every single day. And that also applies to what the actual content of the video is as well, like the script you guys are saying, like what's being said in the video. You haven't got to think of like a new idea every single video because there's only so many ideas you can come up with, really. I'm pretty creative. I've tried that before and it still doesn't work. Like, I can't think of a new idea every single day. It's not gonna work. So again, if you've had a high performing video, it's performed well for a reason. We can just replicate that video again and again on different customers. And from there, if a video performs well, I'd even stretch it out to like 3 or 4 videos. And you're gonna give yourself essentially limitless amounts of content. Cool. So what I wanna do is I wanna watch a video that, well, I've got 2 videos. I've got one video that's like gone viral, and I've got another video that's pretty good. It's like more serious and it's more tailored towards actually converting into customers. I wanna watch those videos with you guys, and basically with what we've gone through, I want you to think of like why these have actually done well. So let's have a look. This video did like, on Reels, it did like 23 mil. TikTok, it did like, yeah, 11.3. Cool.
My girlfriend saw this guy's haircut and she now really wants me to get a buzz cut.
She wants you to get a buzz cut.
It's getting hot outside now anyway, so I'm down.
You want a buzz cut like Marlon? Are we actually dead ass right? You're saying you wrote a buzz cut? It's a one-way ticket to Nerf Town. You could risk seriously nerfing yourself. And to be honest, you only risk
Right, I'm gonna pause it there. From the first, like,
your whole relationship.
that was 17 seconds. Okay, let's go back to the hook.
My girlfriend's
Straight away with the actual setup, what do you notice about the video as a whole? Just out of everything that we've gone over so far. Yeah, very well framed. The client's in the middle. You can see what I've done is well, actually, you might not really be able to tell, but trust me, he didn't walk in looking like that. His hair was pretty flat like that, but I combed it out. He's got glasses on. They're not his glasses. Who here would look at that and think that, you've clearly put all that shit on him? Like, there's no way he walked in like that. You wouldn't. Because it's like, it actually looks real. Wait, do you disagree or do you think it? No, yeah. It looks real, I'd say. Like, but you can be honest, if you do disagree, it's obviously can't. But in my opinion, that's pretty realistic. Like, even, it was kind of coincidental because like even the shirt, I feel like it kind of goes with the vibe of the glasses. So it's gonna be a reason why this video performed so well. You don't watch it, because how many of you will click onto videos and just think like, you can tell within the first like 1 second, fucking hell, it's just one of those like barber skits that's just like bullshit. You can tell, can't you? And you don't really give it the time of day because you kind of know what it's gonna be. With this video, you'd click on it and you'd think, there's not really anything that flags bullshit. Obviously there's elements of the video that do, but at this point we've kind of hooked him in.
this guy's haircut and she
Obviously at that time, Marlon was like, well, he still is really big, but including like a well-known face on the screen, it's realistic. And even down to what he says, my girlfriend has seen this guy's haircut and she wants me to get a buzz cut. It's a bit controversial. Now, I'm not necessarily saying do this style of video right now, because like I said, this whole trend of like using Marlon got absolutely rinsed. It's probably not gonna work as well now. Well, no, it definitely won't work as well now because people know it's bullshit. But at the time, I just want you guys to put yourself in the perspective of like why this video actually performed well, going off what we've actually spoke about. And obviously not to mention, the lighting's very nice, the audio is nice, the whole setup, it's just very watchable. And as well, something to do with the framing as well. Even the captions are pretty central as well.
now really wants me to get a buzz cut.
She wants you to get a buzz cut.
It's getting hot outside.
So, she wants you to get a buzz cut. I actually look like I mean it. I look almost, let's go back, I look almost disgusted. She wants you to get a buzz cut. How many of you tried to do these videos before? Like I said, I think I said with you earlier, where you're like, you're just standing there. You're not even really trying to get into character. Yeah, I'm not doing that, bro. Yeah, not getting a buzz cut. You're both kind of laughing about it. I say that, I look like I mean it, and my tone is like, she wants you to get a buzz cut. The customer's face as well.
It's getting hot.
He's not laughing. He's not sitting there going, haha, yeah, this is a good TikTok skit. This is good. He's like, what? I fucking asked you for a buzz cut. What, you saying I can't get it? Like, what?
But outside now anyway, so I'm down.
What he's saying there, it's getting hot outside anyway, so yeah, I'm down. He's kind of getting excited about getting the buzz cut. He's kind of building up momentum. Yeah, let's do it, let's do it, let's do it.
You want a buzz cut like Marlon? Are we actually dead ass right now?
Are we fucking dead ass? You want a buzz cut like Marlon? Look at his face. Dead straight. He's like, yo, what is this barber on? Like, what's he doing? I just want a buzz cut. Give me a buzz cut, bro.
Then you wrote a buzz cut, it's a one-way ticket to Nerf Town. You can risk seriously nerfing yourself.
Using some like just brain rot vocab. Again, this video, this is like an example of a viral video. Not necessarily what's going to convert the best into customers, but let's just understand why it's gone viral.
And to be honest, you're risking your whole relationship. You've got a massive forehead. I think
Forehead isn't that big, really. Again, that whole massive forehead thing, it was definitely like a trend. But at this point, it's like, you're kind of, if you've watched this deep in, you're probably going to watch till the end. So I'm not going to lie, the body of the video isn't actually that important.
all the length that you've got going on at the minute, we can definitely come up with somewhat of a better idea.
I appreciate
And I'm using like an actual reasonable thing as well. Like, look, bro, you've got a lot of length for your hair. Do you want to, sorry, we used talking to him or have you got like a question? Okay, no, that's calm. Yeah, like I'm giving like an actual like reasonable answer. Like, come on, bro, like you've got a lot of length here. There's probably something we can do a little bit better. It's not just complete, like, it's not just a circus show, you know? It is kind of, but you can get behind it being real. That's what I'm trying That's what I'm trying to
advice, but I don't think that you have to say. It's right for you to get TikTok. Let's hope it's not.
And essentially, if you, as I said, if you watch this far in, you're kind of hooked.
It's thinking something along the lines of, well,
And what I've done here as well,
advantage of all the length you've got going on this.
here what I'm doing, like what I'm thinking as we do this, I'm still kind of positioning myself as a professional. Like I'm kind of giving him a good suggestion that's actually going to work. And again, that's just going to invest people into the video. Like you're not just stood there thinking, oh, this is fucking bullshit. Let me just scroll off. You're almost in conflict. There's certain bits where you think, it's probably bullshit. And then there's certain bits where you think, oh, okay, no, this could be real. Let's give it the time of day.
Yeah, that's a really nice texture for all the hair.
And then I say,
Definitely gonna be staying with you if we end up going with that.
You better be right about this. This is my first haircut in Northampton.
bang. First haircut in Northampton. Bear in mind, yeah, like across TikTok, Instagram, it's got about 30 million views. And now I've let everyone know that I'm from Northampton, very subtly. So people are going to think, oh, fucking hell, this guy's from Northampton, okay. So that's how we can get these viral videos to actually still have somewhat of a purpose with barbering. Like, people now know where I'm located, they know that I'm a barber. And yeah, that's about everything with this video. If you can basically subtly incorporate where you're from, we're going to go through that a little bit later, but incorporating where you're from can be really powerful.
Are you serious? Right, with that being said, bro, are you ready for the transfer?
And yeah, that is about it for that video. Does everything that I pointed out there make sense from what I've explained so far in terms of like the little things? There's a reason it does well. It doesn't, you're kind of, there's not enough elements for you to think, oh, it's just complete bullshit, let me just scroll. But there's also a little bit of rage bait, a little bit of, yeah, a little bit of stuff that makes you actually want to watch it. Here's a video that Johnny did recently. It's on 260K. Now, from a, well, is everyone familiar with who Johnny is? He's the young barber who also works here. This is a much better example of a video you could actually make right now, as you see, it's posted a week ago, that would actually convert into getting clients. This isn't just like a circus show. It's not really as skitty. This is more just normal. Let's watch it and try to work out why it's done well.
I'm not really sure. My hair's kind of straight and flat. You're the barber. Do you have any suggestions? Yeah.
So again, it's a very realistic scenario. People aren't thinking, oh, it's bullshit. And he's basically, what his customer's done is he's listed a problem that a lot of people come into a barber like Johnny are going to be facing. Like, oh, my hair's very flat, can't really get any texture in it. How many of you are going to deal, on a daily basis, how many of you deal with these sort of textured haircuts? probably mostly, I'm talking like blowout tapers, like textured mullets, that sort of stuff. They're kind of the popular haircuts at the minute. Again, the purpose is to literally like try and actually get our client to mirror what the viewer might be thinking in terms of, oh shit, okay, I'm dealing with that problem as well. Let's actually book in with this guy because he knows how to solve it.
Definitely. I think what a good suggestion would be if you sort of brush your hair forward and we do some sort of texture fringe.
Yeah,
And obviously at the minute you said there's not much texture in your hair. One thing.
So all he's doing here is literally just like positioning himself as a professional. He's just saying, okay, cool, that makes sense. Well, he's providing the solution for it. That's all it comes down to. Your clients come to you with a problem and you want to show that you can solve it. That's it. That's all this comes down to, really. Like, a lot of you are too focused on, let's get the crispiest taper, but like a lot of the times when clients are coming to you, they're coming to you with a problem. Oh, my hair's got too much weight. It's very flat, I can't get texture in it, you know, that sort of stuff. If we can just show us solving the problem that our customers have come to us with, that's gonna like convert into customers a lot.
If I just want to try to get as much texture as possible, I'd recommend probably a low to the frame on the side, so that would work best.
Yeah.
Right. And then after the haircut, I'll also just apply that smash fade.
yeah, no,
So yeah, he's literally he's demonstrating, he said how he can solve the problem, and he's demonstrating exactly what he's gonna do as well. So how I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna point cut it to add texture, I'm gonna style it with like a matte clay, yeah, and that's basically gonna get you right. So all he's doing is, again, this is so simple, but it's like, you gotta think of it. People who aren't barbers, this could be revolutionary advice. Like genuinely, that people will watch this and go, oh shit, yeah, that makes sense actually. He's gonna point cut my hair, he's gonna style it. To us, that's so obvious because we're barbers, we do it every day. But to your average customer, they're gonna watch it and go, oh shit, hang on, this guy knows what he's talking about. You know, like this isn't, we've got to remember that all the stuff that we know as barbers, it's not common knowledge. No one knows this sort of stuff. So people are gonna be like impressed by the most basic information. And again, you don't want to start going overkill with these like such barbering specific terms. You want to keep it very, very basic so people understand. We don't want to start going about, oh yeah, I'm going to graduate this to like keep more weight around the crown area. No one cares. I'm going to texture your hair, get you looking good. Job done, that's it really.
Alright, and also, I've seen you on TikTok and I've seen that you do...
Again, I've got to mention, but you know, the framing's very good, the lighting's good, the audio's clear. You know, all the fundamentals are done. Yeah, bro? Nah, not necessarily. I think more sound effects used to be better when the sort of barbering climate on TikTok was way more like brain rotty. Now, like this video, like what's going on right now, I tend to find the more natural videos are doing better. So I'd say not necessarily now, not all like the fart noise, sound effects and all that. That was working very well like 6 months ago. Now I wouldn't say so, no. I'd say, and it especially depends what your goals are as well. Like if you're trying to just gain as many clients as possible, you want to make videos that are more similar to this, just kind of showing you genuinely solving your client's problem rather than 16 God, my girlfriend's gonna break up with me, you know? That sort of stuff. So yeah, I'd say not necessarily now, no. I wouldn't say more sound effects are better. Sound effects keep it engaging, but too many, it's like, what's even going on? There was one point where it was a really big trend to have like a broken like smoke alarm sound in the videos. I'm sure all of you lot have probably seen those videos, the constant beeping. Yeah, that whole period was quite interesting. But
Is that like that tonight?
I don't know if I'll be able to.
Why? I've got a party coming up and I really need to look good.
Wait, you've got a party coming up. How old are you?
11?
You're 11, you're not going to party,
Oh, no.
again, it's a very realistic video. That was kind of like a comment-worthy element. Like, he's got a party coming up. He's going to a party at 11 years old, you know. Just subtle, like you still want to include little parts like this. But in terms of like the overall execution of the video, at this point we're however long into it, we're 40 seconds in. So if someone's still watching at this point, you've done a really good job. The first 20 seconds, 30 seconds are going to be crucial.
The best haircut of your life is party. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Let's do it.
Now again, the hair definitely could have been styled way better here. There's still loads of things that we could have actually improved about this video, but it's still got 260K. So, you know, you can't, like that's gonna be, the little elements are gonna be the difference between something like a 200K video versus like a $1 million+ video. There's still definitely loads of stuff we can improve on. Obviously, his main problem when he came in was he's got flat hair and he wants to texture it. I'd argue this still looks a little bit flat. He could have styled it a lot better. Little bits of rage bait. You got the earrings added, the watch chain. But I know that video is going to convert a lot of customers for Johnny, because it's a very good video that kind of demonstrates what we've gone over. Does that make a bit more sense in terms of like what the purpose of these videos are, rather than just to have a random chat as a consultation? It's more about the actual problems that we want to solve for our clients. But realistically, like I said, all of these views are going to be useless if we can't actually get any clients from them, because that's going to be realistically the way we're making our money, most of us. Like, have any of us got any like digital products or anything that we sell? It's mainly going to be customers, isn't it? I assume. By the way, does anyone have any like questions so far? Or we can obviously, we're going to do a Q&A section shortly where we answer questions in depth. Yeah,
Yeah, so if you're like a beginner barber,
yeah,
you're not like the most confident in like skin face, tapers, or anything like that, your haircuts are not 10-10 sort of thing. How would you do these types of videos where you can't really make the biggest transformation sort of thing, but
yeah,
would you just document your beginner journey?
Yeah, so you can document the beginner journey, but I'd say, again, you still want to apply everything we've spoke about in terms of like, realize that if you're making it like completely personal to yourself, the reality is no one really cares that much. Like, you've got to make it appeal to a lot of people. Now, that journey could be pretty good, like you learning to be a barber, because realistically, barbering's going to be, it's a very like trendy career at the minute. Like, a lot of people are becoming barbers. So you could do that well. In terms of your actual haircut videos, I'd say just kind of stick to the same format, bro, because you'll be surprised. Like, your haircuts don't have to be that good for them to perform well. Like, as I said, if you're not a barber, like as barbers, we can pick up on these little imperfections that other people won't. But if you can give someone like a half decent taper and style their hair all right, people aren't going to pick up on it. I see videos blow up all the time where haircuts aren't that good. And at least if you're aware of that, that's all that matters really. Like, if you're aware that you still need to improve, you can still convince other people that your haircuts are really good. If you just style it well, it comes down to styling, how you make the client look, lighting wise and everything. That's it really, that's it. Like, you can still make your video, like, you can still make people think, oh shit, yeah, that's a really good haircut. Because, yeah, no one really has the barber eye like us. But as long as you're aware of that and you keep actually looking to improve your skills, that's all that matters. Because that's what I was saying to you guys earlier, like, your haircutting skills most likely aren't holding you back at all. Like, people don't really know the difference between like a decent haircut and a good haircut. Like, it obviously helps to be good, don't get me wrong. But most likely that's not the reason why you're not making more money. Like, it'll be the marketing wise. So yeah, it's not necessarily, we don't have to be like hyper focused on the actual haircuts. But let's go over just a couple techniques that we use in those videos to actually gain the customers. We've got calling out like certain insecurities. We want to make people feel like the video applies to them. So I guess a very common insecurity people have is like big forehead, bad hairline, flat hair. Again, we haven't got to make this so like obviously fake. But yeah, we haven't got to make it so obviously fake. It can be somewhat real. But if we can just call out certain things like this and show that we can actually improve these, we can actually like solve these problems for our clients. And like Johnny was doing, he was actually demonstrating how. So his client had very flat hair. Okay, cool. That's what he was struggling with. What I'm going to do is I'm going to point cut it. I'm going to style it like this. And then he's showing the transition as well. That's all we need to do. We just need to solve the problems that people aren't happy with, because that's the reason they've come to us in the first place. Again, if you can call out your location and implement it into the video, that's going to put you in a very strong position as well, because realistically, if you can show that you can actually improve these problems very well, and you can show where you're from, and you let everyone know, okay, I'm in Northampton, that's going to be a really good video. It's going to market you really well. And again, another thing about calling out these sort of insecurities, like, let's say if you're watching a video and you think you've got a big forehead personally, and you're watching a video and it's like, the client's saying, my forehead's like a little bit big, whatever. You're going to naturally resonate with it a little bit more. And what that's going to do is actually make you watch the video for longer. And that's going to contribute to how well the video performs as well. Because like I've said, yeah, if the video can actually solve these specific problems and we're able to give like professional advice on fixing it, and the haircut looks good, then yeah, who better to go for than a haircut really? And our client is looking confident as well. And we're doing all the things like implementing the lighting, the angles, making our client look more confident, looking like they've gone under an actual transformation. It becomes a no-brainer. That's where you start to not actually compete on things like price, because you can put yourself in your own category. Like, but certain barbers might be cheaper, yeah, but are they going to provide what you actually provide? No. And that's the purpose of our content. We want to completely separate ourselves from the competition. Because trust me, no one's doing this. No one's thinking about it like this in depth. No way. Like some people are, but they'll be the ones that are actually charging, premium prices. So to summarize, we've used like market research to actually know what's working right now and understand what's going viral, what's working on the algorithm. We've gone over the strategies that are actually going to make people want to book in with us from watching our videos, like calling out certain problems that our clients are going to be dealing with, us providing the advice, showing us fixing the problems, showing our clients being more confident. If we can do that, and we can actually put it into a very repeatable content system. So again, documenting these scenarios that happen on a daily basis for us anyway, like these client consultations where we do like 10 of them a day anyway. If we can put all of this into account, it's genuinely a bulletproof format to actually guarantee success. Because if you're doing this on a high enough frequency and you're genuinely posting like most days doing these sorts of videos, who thinks they'd fail doing that? Like genuinely? No one. Like you wouldn't. Because there is a level of effort you can put in where you're literally guaranteed to not fail. Like no one really thinks about this. Like people think, what if I fail? But if you go all in on something like this that's been proven to work, you're literally not going to fail. Like the danger zone is when you're putting in like 50% work, 60% work. Because then at that point, yeah, you can fail technically. That's where you feel like you're working a bit hard, but you're getting no results. But if you're going in 100%, trust me, it's going to work. It is going to work. There's no reason it's not going to work because we're literally going off data. I want you to ask yourself, have any of you guys been doing any of the stuff that we've spoke about today so far, do you think? Have you been doing some of it?
Yeah, some.
You have, yeah? Anyone else?
It's not to the full potential.
Yeah. Cool. What I want to do is I want to actually go over some of your accounts to make it a bit more, give you like a live critique of some of your content. Who would be up for me looking at their account and just giving them my feedback? It's
Should we go with live assist first?
Yeah, we can do that. Cool. All right, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't even watched it and I'm already not happy. I'm pissed. It just sounds like, based on what we've gone over today, do you see how that's kind of counterproductive, saying this client basically didn't even want to change how he looks, he just wanted to stay the same? Because that's kind of what I'm thinking when I'm watching that video. Client wants to clean up. Okay, I know that the client's going to look no different at the end. You wouldn't bother watching it. And genuinely, that's how I'm sure you're aware of how you are when you're watching this sort of short form content. You're like, if something doesn't kind of grab your attention, it's like, whatever. I'd also say there, the lighting is pretty bad, to be honest. I'd say the light, do you see the light here and here? Basically, do you understand sort of how cameras work? Where it's if there's a really light point, it's going to darken the rest of the image to make that not look really bright. So what I would say is there's definitely a way to work around it. If you position the camera more central and put the tripod up higher slightly, you could definitely crop out these bits of lighting. You're never going to want lighting that actually points at the lens because it's going to fuck up the rest of the image really. I'd say these sorts of clips, again, from what we've spoken about, they're very barber orientated. They're very you only kind of understand what's going on if you're a barber really, you know? I'd say the only scenario I like haircutting clips is where the clip is actually satisfying. That's what you'll see, Sam Rascals, that sort of stuff doing. If you're showing a lot of hair cutting off, a big chunk of hair's coming off, or you can get the sound effects in, that sort of stuff, and it's something's actually happening, that's the only time when I really like the cutting hair clips. So I'd keep that in mind really. it's also been, for it to just be haircutting clips is pretty long, I'd say. Like pretty long just showing the process because it's not too engaging. If it was like some nice ASMR, really high quality shots, it would be good. But, because you got to think about it, because there's no talking here. Well, there's no talking in the whole video. That means your video is literally dependent on how good it looks. And that's it, because there's not even audio here, it's just the music. So if your visuals aren't completely dialed in and you're not doing these like satisfying clips, it's not going to perform really. Oh wait, was that the video? Oh wait, did you show the haircut? Was that the haircut at the end?
Yeah, it was just literally a cleanup that it was just for a video. Literally, I was made it for a video. I needed to post and just like you said earlier.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It was kind of like a tick a box post.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because that was a genuine reaction, by the way. I didn't know that was the haircut. So it's like, if I can't even tell that's the final product, like the cape's still on, his hair still looks a bit wet. He's filming from like the top of his head. Yeah, genuinely, I'm a barber and I can even tell that was the final. Obviously, yeah, it was a cleanup. I'm not saying it was a bad haircut. I'm just saying I feel like it wasn't even clear that like that was even the haircut. Do you know what I mean? Like I would have kept watching and been like, okay, cool, I'm waiting to see the end product. Oh shit, it's over. You know? So those sorts of videos, you gotta remember, if you're not talking in the video at all, the only thing that's gonna make the video perform well is how it looks, because that's all there is to it. So if the lighting isn't dialed in, if the angles aren't good, if you're not doing these like clips that look satisfying, it's not gonna perform well, to be honest. Do you see, like after what we've gone through, do you kind of see that from a different perspective now? Do you see how, yeah, that's good. And by the way, don't take anything that I'm saying personally. This is just general critique. I hope you can take a lot away from what we spoke about. I'm going to the video of Leo. I'd say for one of these videos, it's just like it's not big enough of like a, because obviously it was literally just a taper, wasn't it? Yeah, it's like, you've got to think, people are very desensitized on social media. Like I'll take the most like extreme example I can think of. You can go onto Twitter and look at a video of like, these days, genuinely, that's literally like normal now. Like, you've got to think about it like this. People are so desensitized to everything. It's like, as I said, you can go on your phone, watch a video of someone getting you're like, oh, whatever. Genuinely, that's how it is. Like, I'm sure you guys all know what I'm talking about. So, it's got to be drastic. It's got to be like, oh, okay, yeah, cool, that's actually something to look at. That's the most extreme example I can think of, because it would just put it in perspective. Bit of a gruesome example, I know, a bit dark. But like that kind of just conveys the point that I'm getting across. Like it can't be subtle. If it's subtle, people aren't really going to give it the time of day. Have you got like a specific video you want me to look at?
Hey, appreciate for y'all. Got how to say it a lot in the last time. I want her to be my ball low kids. We talk like a tree at a clan. Gotta come talk past that blood face to it. Cause I'm felt like a jet. They gonna be surprised when they see I made this beat, baby Chief Boy Kanye West. As long as I'm outside with the goof shit, never be home. 26 12 in the wild. Y'all be the eye. And how that,
Okay, cool. The haircut's very good. And it's in terms of how accurate it was to the reference photo, it's very good. What I would say again is you've probably just made it way too much from like a barber point of view. Like seeing all these well, okay, hang on, let's go straight to the start. Let's go to the hook. If it loads properly. Obviously you can see here you're kind of just showing off the taper. It's a nice taper, don't get me wrong, it's good. But are people gonna care too much about like how good the fade is? Not really, to be honest. Not really. And this is the thing with these sorts of videos as well. When you do like a haircut process and you show the after without reference to before, you've kind of forgot how they looked at the start of the video. You know what I mean? Like you see this video, you see this haircut, and you've kind of forgot like how he looked here. You want to show a side by side, like before and after, just because it actually reminds you like how they actually looked when they walked in.
Especially with his hair, because it was so straight and long.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you did a clip of it being so straight, combed out, and then if you had a clip next to it of the taper, his hair's really textured, he's looking good, that would have been so much more of a contrast than this video. Again, like little details like this, cleaning up, like nothing's really happening. Like I understand it's part of the haircut, but you kind of want to just show the satisfying clips. You want to show bits that look good visually, really. I'd say how you style. How you styled it as well could have been a lot better. I think it looks a bit flat, and it looks a bit like the styling is going to be honestly one of the main things. Like people care about the actual like silhouette of the haircut, how it looks. It looks quite flat. It doesn't look too much how we'd actually wear it on a daily basis. I think a lot of people, especially on social media, they like the overly textured haircuts. You want to, again, it all needs to be like exaggerated. Even the way you style the hair, for the purpose of it being on camera, it needs to be like exaggerated. That's the main thing. Yeah.
Should we finish off with my page?
Yeah, we can do, yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Perfect. That's Is reels come? Is that, or do you want to, would you rather?
Yeah, we'll do reels.
Yeah, cool. Again.
I mean, the content's all over the place.
Should we go over the kind of better performing videos, do you reckon? I think that can be, I mean, this one's got 26.
Yeah, sort of just rinse in the bold because that gets views. This just.
I probably would have included the bold first.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'd say this first clip's a little bit shit. I'd say you would have been better off like structuring it like you show your bold first and then you show the grow out process.
Yeah.
Because it kind of leads to something. And then if anything, you could act like this clip is like the most recent one.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Because the hook should be this. That should be the hook, I'd say.
Yeah, I think I did that because I posted a video a few videos down that used the same hook, and I think that got 80k views.
Oh, okay.
So I think it was possibly, Yeah, I saw that performed well, so I just used the same hook.
It's kind of a different video though, because it's like growing hair progress.
Yeah.
So you're kind of expecting you're anticipating a, short hair to long hair.
Yeah.
But for this one, it's hair theory. Like the hair theory videos are usually like showing like a glow up from hair, which obviously this is showing, but
yeah,
I probably would have started from rock bottom and built it up.
Yeah.
I'd say that will work a lot better. But I mean, yeah, you've seen this video's perform well, 80k. So. I mean, there's only so many like growing out hair videos you could do.
Yeah. Not really a repeatable format.
Yeah, like you could definitely repeat it a couple times. Like you could probably post this video, pretty much the same video again.
Yeah.
Just to kind of get more exposure out there and reach more people.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on trial reels?
Trial reels, yeah, they can be good. Like if you've had a viral video, you can repost it on trial reels. Like I've had trial reels do like pretty well, to be fair. Like I've had a, let's see, trial reels. I think I reposted like a viral video on trial reels, and it did. See that one at the bottom got like 4.4 mil.
Oh shit!
On trial reels. So it's like if you've had a viral video, if you just like repost it on trial reels, it'll probably do well with it. Like that's if it goes like pretty viral. And a lot of these videos, like 100k, 100k, like it's kind of hit. Like if the video is strong, definitely I'd just repost it again on trial reels. Yeah, there's no harm.
What was the video that made you famous? Well, not famous, but your piece.
What
was that video?
There wasn't really like I won't say there's not one video. It's like because the thing is, let's go to.
What was the one video that you saw the most progress in?
I mean, the thing is, I've gone through kind of different phases. Like the first video that I kind of posted that was somewhat recently that did well was literally just like my classic consultation video style. It was this one is where this one on 4 mil here. That was my first video that I did that was like, because the thing is, these videos here, they've all gone up in views because my videos started to perform well. Like these originally were doing pretty shit. So I just looked at those videos and thought, okay, what's wrong with these videos? Number one, I've got lighting coming from behind me here. I've got lighting coming from here. That's a bit shit. Let's get rid of that. Let's fucking change my whole station the way it faces. Yeah, the setup doesn't look good. Let me create a backdrop for myself. Let me actually do some market research. Let me work out what's doing well at the minute. Instead of trying to come up, because this, look, the period where before I was doing these sorts of consultation videos, these ones here, that was me just trying to think of like a creative idea every single video. And like we've discussed, it's like how many new ideas can you come up with really? Let's think about it, like not that many. Maybe like a couple a week, maybe. But you're gonna run into a wall where you've made every single idea under the sun. So I thought, okay, cool. I need to come up with a format that I can literally do without excuses. I need it to look good, and I need there to be some sort of proof that this form of video works. So that was this was the transition point. And I made this style of video, basically the same style of video for all of these videos, and you get to a point where you improve every single video, and yeah, there was a point where they were doing like really well. You can see there was 22 mil, 1.9 mil, 4.7 mil, 1.3 mil, 6.5 mil, 2.5 mil, 1.1 mil, 1.3 mil, 900, 1.9 mil, 5.7 mil, 2 mil, 3.7 mil, 11 mil, 1.4 mil. It's just like, once you find a format that works, just rinse it. Just rinse it, and it doesn't even have to be anything different. It can just be the same thing, just tweaked slightly to each customer, because that's the beauty of barbering. It's like, if you find a video format that works, as soon as you do that with just a different client, that's a new video. That's a new idea. And this video, yeah, that sort of format, it's just completely took off my account. And this all happened within the space of like 4 months, really. 10 mil, 2 mil, 1.7, 3 mil, 1 mil, 2 mil. This period gave me about 300k followers, got me brand deals. I was making a lot of money off these videos. I'll find a video that I did with Johnny, who's someone on there. I think this was like the highest revenue video that I had. But yeah, one of these videos, I think the highest paying video, it was like 2.5k from one TikTok video that you film in took me 20 minutes to film.
Straight views. Is that how you?
Yeah, just off views. Yeah, just off views.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And it's like, yeah, the thing is, if you can actually break out the cycle where you found a format that works and you're rinsing it. Every video, £300, £400, £500, £1,000, £2,000. Start getting things like brand deals. Like I did a 3 video series with a brand called 3 videos, 6k. It's like, this is the potential. The reason I'm telling you these figures is not to flex, it's to show you why would you not just fully send it into this thing?
Yeah, you're going to make that from cutting hair.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
These brands just approach you on your videos?
Yeah, no, I don't really do outreach, to be honest, for brand deals. You can see I've got my email in my bio. So you'll get a lot of spam messages, but you'll also get some ones that are actually real. Yeah, guys, it's like, this is the potential. This is the potential of actually just nailing the content strategy. And if you don't think that's worth it, it's like, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I want everyone coming in next week with a new camera.
Yeah, there's kind of truth behind it, because when you think about it, it's like, yeah, I'd say definitely one of the biggest commitments I made was initially buying the camera. That would have set me back like $1,000. That's before I'd even posted the video. I was like, fuck, this needs to work. I know the potential of this. Mm-hmm. I've invested in courses and stuff. I still invest in courses to this day. The other day, I paid someone $4,000 to teach me how to actually improve my my mentorship offer. I originally paid a content mentor $5,000. When I was done with him, I paid these other guys $5,000 to teach me how to actually build out the funnels for my mentorship. Like, putting money down and like actually putting money down on something where you can actually go all in on it.
Yeah.
It's going to be one of the biggest reasons why you're actually successful, because like there's no bigger incentive to actually try at something than just putting loads of money down and thinking, oh fuck, I've paid all this money, like this needs to work.
Yeah.
So that's
like the course that you recommended me was the Barber Josh OP course.
Yeah.
And that was like 6 months into me cutting hair. And within a year of cutting hair, I could open up a shop because I felt confident in my ability to cut hair.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And obviously as your revenue, as your like level of income increases, what actually like pains you as a lot of money is going to increase. Like I know it's only a matter of time before I'm paying someone like 10K to like teach me a couple bits.
Yeah.
But it's like, I'm going to continue to do it because I see a very good return on investing in myself. I've seen it previously. And it's like, yeah, you would. Like it's the best, yeah, for me, it's been the most effective use of money, but it's not necessarily the fact that, it's not even necessarily the information they're giving me. It's more just the commitment you make to yourself. Like, think about it. If you're on the call with someone and you've sent them like $3,000, $4,000, you're stressing. You're like, fuck, like this needs to work. And that fire is going to actually be what actually propels you into situations like that. So yeah, that's like, that would be the, like I said at the start of the presentation, I mentioned that the only difference between me and you guys is the decisions I've made. And I genuinely mean that. Because like, I've just made decisions where I've just kind of put everything on the line. I've kind of emotionally detached from the potential risks, the outcomes, and just done it. And that's what's going to hold you back, because no one really does that when you think about it. No one really does put it all on the line. And like I said earlier, there is a level of effort you can put in where failure isn't even really possible. Like if you genuinely just put 100% into it, you're not going to fail. If you put like 50, 60% effort in, yeah, you might fail. You might. But if you do 100%, you're not going to fail. There's no reason you would. It might take a bit more time. But okay, if it takes 6 months, a year, it is what it is. Like you can set yourself up, you can put yourself in the right trajectory for life in literally like, yeah, a year would be quite, as fast as social media moves, a year is like quite a lot of time. That's still no time, really. And you can't fail, because literally what is failure? Like what's worst case scenario for everyone in this house? Everyone in this room, sorry. You just, I don't know. I guess you've all got a house to live at. Like, what's going to happen?
Use it.
What was that, sorry?
You use the house.
Yeah, but like, have any of you like bought your own house? Are any of you? Yeah, it's like yeah, you've got like, yeah, and by the way, I still live with my parents. I'm not saying that. I live at home as well. I'm not like saying there's anything wrong with living with your parents, but I'm saying worst case scenario for me, if I lose everything, oh shit, I've still got a house to live in. I've still got food to eat every day.
Yeah. Still wake up.
What are we actually afraid of? Yeah, like what are we afraid of?
Yeah.
Failure is just like this standard that we've made up for ourselves. It's like, oh shit, if I'm not reaching this income goal, then I failed. Have we? I don't know, just keep going until it's going to work, because it will work. But yeah, this is all the stuff we've covered today. Like how I doubled my income, well, yeah, double, triple, whatever, my income as a barber with these actual videos, strategically like made videos. How to position yourself as a barber that's actually going to command higher prices. How to create content that converts these views into actual bookings. And then understand what actually makes a video perform well. And we've kind of gone over, we went over this like off script anyway. But this, I just wanted to ask yourself, like, do you genuinely believe that you lot are capable of this level of success? Because I used to be doubtful. I used to look at people and think, oh, they just got lucky. They just had certain circumstances I didn't. They were in like big cities, so they had those opportunities. But it's not the case. Like, it's not the case at all, because, you know, I was just working in a regular barbershop myself. This photo was probably what, like 3 years ago, maybe? 3 or 4 years ago? And then, yeah, it wasn't until I actually started to meet these people that are like very successful, these people that are making loads of money, and realized that, oh shit, these are literally the same as me. Like they're literally exactly the same. Like I've got friends who, you know, one of my mates is, I think he's like 23 years old, and he's like a millionaire. He's a millionaire, and it's like, yo, this guy is exactly the same as me. Like how is he this much more successful than me? And I guess that only reflects onto me as well. It means, okay, cool, I've got to step it up, because if the people more successful than me are doing better than me, when deep down, I actually think I've got more potential than these guys. Like, I'm sure you'll meet a lot of people who are more successful and think, oh, I should be doing better than them. Like, what's going on? You can only look at yourself for that, because if you think you should be doing better than someone who's more successful than you, then like, why aren't you? I guess it's just a lack of action, a lack of making these decisions where we can actually take risks. So yeah, if there's one thing I want you to actually take away from today, it's the fact that I'm literally no different to any of you guys. Like, I was in your exact position 1 year, 2 years ago. And there's no difference between us. Like, every one of you can do what I've done, and way more than what I've done. And I hope you've kind of grasped that since this conversation. I'm the same as you guys. I've just made a couple of decisions that have got me in a good place. And the more you try, the luckier you get. That's what I've realized. Like, the more opportunities you take, the luckier you get. You start to land big opportunities. Because yeah, realistically, we can implement all of these content strategies and do all the stuff we talk about, but if you guys don't genuinely believe that you can actually do it, there's only so far we can get. So I want you to actually just walk away from here knowing that I'm exactly the same as you. There's nothing that I've done that you guys can't do. You can do way more than me. Just actually commit to one thing. Try not to be too chaotic with what you do. Try not to do 5 things at once. Just think, okay, cool. My goal now is to make content that's going to get me clients. It's going to build up my personal brand, potentially lead to these like online money incomes at some point. But at this point, I want your guys' goal to be literally, how can I make content that's going to get me so many customers, get me charging 30, 40, 50 pounds for a haircut, make a really solid income off barbering. Then we'll see where it goes. But I want you to have that one goal, really. Unless that doesn't align with what you guys are trying to do. But I assume you are trying to make a lot of money through cutting hair, really. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I know for Leo, it might be a little bit different for you, but yeah. But yeah, you're in complete control. And that's it. That's all I've got to say. Have you got any questions at all? I know you said you've got a shoot. Have you got, what's the time frame?
Anyone want to ask any questions?
Yeah.
As someone who currently has like no social media platform, how would I structure my account and my videos to be like more barber based, like cutting hair? Because currently it's all personal.
Yeah, I mean, have you had any form of traction like on the videos that you've been posting so far, or not really?
I've got like nothing posted.
Yeah, so well, in terms of how you'd structure it, you just start. Like, you just make it. You want to make your videos. You want to make your account tailored towards what you do. So is it like just a completely personal account? Or,
yes.
Like, can you tell that you cut hair from your account?
No.
Nah. So first thing you want to do is actually strip back your profile and think, like, looking at this guy, can I tell that he's a barber? Like, you don't have to put like barber in your name, but have a nice profile photo where you actually look like a professional. I recommend like a headshot. That looks nice. And yeah, from there, bro, like, you know, you can optimize your bio a little bit. You can say that you're a barber. You can mention your location in your bio so people can actually know where you're based when they're searching for like Northampton barbers. Obviously include like the booking link, booking with me below. But just start posting the content, really. Like, when you say how can you structure it, what do you mean? What do you mean by that? Because like, it is a case of just starting posting.
Yeah, the only videos that you know you're gonna like making, like, you're only gonna find that out once you start posting them.
Yeah, do you mean like, what sort of content should you be posting?
Yeah. It's like, begin and let people know.
Yeah, from a complete beginner point of view, like I was saying at the start, volume is going to be the most important thing, and just posting a lot. Not just like any sort of videos. We don't want to compromise quality, but just posting videos that, you know, consultation videos, the sort of before and after videos. You can get a bit creative with it, just see what performs well, because when you're starting off, consistency is going to be the most important thing. Because as I said, you're going to build up data where let's say you've got like 50 videos posted. You will see certain outliers. You'll see, okay, this one's performed a lot better. Let's probably make more of those videos. These ones perform shit, let's not do them. At the start, it's definitely an element of trial and error. But there's a lot of things you can do to minimize the risk, like we spoke about earlier, where if you see high performing videos that have done well, and you think you can replicate them well, then I'll definitely do that. I'll definitely replicate these videos that have performed well previously. Put your own spin on it, make them. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, maybe look at it and think, use the stuff that we spoke about today, and I will send you guys a copy of this presentation just so you can actually refer back to it.
Yeah, go on. I was going to ask that.
Yeah, because I know we've gone over a lot, but things like, okay, cool, how was my like tonality of this video, the way I was speaking, how did my customer look, how was the lighting, how was the angles, how was the audio? As I said, there's going to be generally a reason why it hasn't performed as well as the videos you see, but yeah, bro, the main thing is just volume, because as I said, the more you post, the better you're going to get on camera, the quicker you're going to find out what works, and yeah, you're just going to build more momentum on your account. And the quicker you're going to let people know that you actually are a barber, rather than just like a random account. That's the way I'll play it. There's definitely, as I said, there will be an element of trial and error, but you've just got to get started. Because there's probably an element of fear around like actually even making the first post. All you need to do is make the first one, and then you've got it going, really. That's it. Was there anything I like didn't answer or anything you're unclear about?
Nah, that was pretty much it.
Yeah, there's no like straightforward answer to that. It's more just like, let's just get it started, get posting, and yeah, you'll soon work out what's doing well for you, what isn't.
Does it matter what time you post that?
Nah. I used to think it did a lot, but a lot of my videos, you know, because I used to work with editors who were in a Canada time zone, and I used to get my videos at like midnight, 1 a.m., and I just post them then. And yeah, obviously they're not going to skyrocket as soon as you post, but generally I find you can kind of work out, I'd say a 10-day span, or no, about a week span is a good indication of like you've given a post time to actually perform. Like I've had videos where they flopped in the first day or the first like couple hours, and then they take off. It just depends like when it hits the right audience, but no, it doesn't matter. No, you can post whenever, because it's always going to hit the same audience at some point. It's just to do with how quickly, like if you post midday versus at 1 a.m., yeah, the midday video is going to like perform better out of the gate, but long term, nah, it doesn't make a difference. Nah, it's more about just like whether the video is actually good or not, because you know everyone's awake at some point, even like different time zones and stuff. They're all awake, so yeah. I used to think it did. To be fair, I used to think it affected it quite a lot, but no, not really. Anyone else got any sort of questions?
I'm good. You got one?
See, I was thinking of a video idea, right?
Mm-hmm. And I said this to Leah the other day.
Yeah.
Since I'm not really a barber, I don't cut hair, but I'm around the space.
Yeah.
And to take maybe some content from it, so it's kind of interview from a run club perspective, interviewing like, would you like to join and stuff? It's good to promote and just face to face.
Yeah, I guess like a lot of the stuff we went over could be applicable to your sort of situation, the run club. For example, letting everyone know the location, making it very clear. Like
yeah.
Northampton, I'm guessing it's Northampton based.
Mm.
Yeah, like I'm in Northampton. We're looking for participants for the run club. In terms of like who you use to actually like film, it doesn't matter too much, but the main things you want to do is let people know that where you are. You want to let people know that the actual experience at the run club is good.
Yeah.
Similar to how you'd like showcase your haircuts, letting everyone know that it's really good. You want to potentially interview some of the people that are at the run club and maybe say the reasons they joined, and maybe that's going to resonate with some people that watch the video, and they're going to think, oh shit, yeah, I feel like that as well. Let's see if I join. You know, someone could say they were feeling like quite stressed, quite overwhelmed. They feel like running clears their head quite well, whatever. A lot of people will watch that and resonate with it and go, yeah, to be fair, I'm feeling the same. Maybe this run club would be a good fit for me.
100%.
Exactly the same as like how a client's in the chair saying, oh yeah, I've got flat hair, whatever. It's the same thing. You've just got to make the person that you're actually filming, like the subject of the video, you've got to make them mirror what the viewer is feeling. That's how you get the most effective advertising. So yeah, that's the thing. Like interviewing current members would be a good way to add like credibility to it, to show that you're actually established.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, just maybe take on angles that, yeah, you want the viewer to think that will actually make them join. Because we're not necessarily trying to go viral with these. You should think about this as like the segment we did on like converting customers, converting viewers into customers. You're trying to convert viewers into members of the run club.
Yeah.
So, yeah, basically, that's the strong point of the run club is like, you know, the feeling you get from it, that sort of stuff. You want to convey that in the content. That's the main thing I'd say.
I got quite a personal question.
Yeah.
Now that you've reached quite a lot of success, how do you feel? Do you feel happy? Do you feel fulfilled? Or are you just gonna carry on to the next thing now?
Yeah, nah, you don't. Because again, the perspective always changes. Because it's like, I like to. Obviously, I've got to use the like success as marketing for like, you know, barbers. This is kind of what's possible. But in reality, do I feel successful? Like, I can look at myself from an outside point of view and understand that, yeah, I'm doing like better than the average person my age. But I also feel like comparing yourself to the average person your age, like why would I compare myself to someone who's not even trying to be successful? It's like it's like you enter a running race and you go against someone with no legs and then you beat them and you're happy. Okay, they weren't even trying to run anyway.
Yeah.
So when I compare myself to people who are like 100% driven and 100% trying to be successful, I'm surrounded by people who are doing a lot better than me. So do I feel successful? I can appreciate that I'm doing well. I'm grateful for the position I'm in. But no, yeah, honestly, no. But that's the game. That's the game.
So when does that stop then?
Yeah, no, it doesn't. It doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. To be honest, there was actually like a situation that stuck out for me. It was when I was in Dubai with my brother, and we were, you know, we had a rental. I was whipping an R8 about, thinking I was the guy. I know it's a good feeling, but I was having a conversation with him, and every time we're in a situation like this, we end up having a deep conversation. And you realise, like, oh shit, I can see how you'd be in this position and still be, you know, you'd be not happy. Because if you haven't got the fundamentals of life, if you haven't got like good friends, good people around you,
100%.
there is no point. Because you forget you're
It's pointless.
Like you forget you're in the car. You know, if you're driving a Lambo about thinking you've made it, soon enough that's just going to become the equivalent of you driving a Ford Fiesta about. You know, like you don't really take it in. So like I understand that the money side, it's definitely going to make your life easier, but are you ever going to be like 100% satisfied with it? Nah, 100% not. I just get more of the enjoyment out of like being successful, and then I guess doing stuff like I'm doing now, where I'm trying to actually improve other barbers' careers with like the mentorship and stuff. I get fulfillment from actually seeing them do better and better. That's more of a fulfilling thing than just kind
so
of...
not only are you constantly improving, you're also helping other people improve, and that's what pushes you to keep on growing.
But yeah, to answer your question, like, yeah, I'm definitely grateful for the position I'm in. But am I like gassed in my head? Nah, you wouldn't be. Like when you're in the position, you would think so from like an outside point of view. You'd think, oh, if I was in that position, I would be, but nah, you wouldn't be. I've kind of, like you said, I've kind of accepted that no matter what level you reach, that's not going to be the case. It's not going to be the case. You can obviously be happy. I'm not saying you're not going to be happy, but again, other factors play into it, like rather than just like monetary success. And then even the monetary success part is like, you know, I know people that are doing way better than me, so I guess there's that feeling where it's like that's not even that impressive either.
Great answer.
But hopefully that answered it. Have we got any more?
I think that's everything from me.
Yeah.
Anyone else got anything?
Any more rough questions? No. I mean, I know we've gone over a lot. It's been a while, to be fair. How long have we been going for? Maybe like 3 hours.
2.5.
2.5. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Where would you like this mic?
Yeah. But hopefully you guys got quite a lot of value from it. I understand obviously one talk isn't going to change your whole life, but hopefully you can genuinely just like walk away from here and not just feed off the dopamine a bit. Like it's easy for you guys to be motivated, like come away from here motivated, go, okay, cool, yeah, now I'm going to crush it. And then by 2 or 3 days, you forgot this even happened. But I want you to genuinely like take what we've talking about, implement it. It's not a sprint, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you need to go away from here and start staying up till like 2 a.m. grinding. It doesn't have to be that hard. But what I do want to see is consistency. I want to see like, okay, every day I need to make sure I get this done. It doesn't have to be hard, you just need to be consistent. Because again, sorry, not to drag on, but that's probably the biggest difference that I've seen between people that I've met that are actually successful. They don't work harder than me. They've just done something consistently for years and years. And that's all it comes down to. Like if you're too chaotic, it can backfire. But if you make sure you just do certain things every single day, Always try to improve. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Like it doesn't have to be that hard. You just need to be disciplined. That's the main thing. And yeah, that's my main takeaway.
Thank you very much, dude.
No, it's cool. I appreciate you guys coming down. I appreciate it. And yeah, hopefully, like I said, I really want you guys to go away and execute. And fire me a message if you've got any extra questions. As I said, I'll get this presentation. Probably it'll be easiest just to get it to you, Leo, won't it? And then yeah. Perfect. I appreciate everyone's time. Cool. That's all good.
Oh, that was shit.
You gotta redo it.
Gotta redo it. Yeah.
Easy. Come on, bro. I think that's a wrap. Yeah?
I should have come separately.
That's good. No, that's good.
Thank you.
Cool, cool. No worries, brother. Hopefully you all enjoyed it.
Thank you.
No worries, brother. It's good. No, I appreciate it.